Hello, you guys. Welcome back. Hello, if you are new, and Happy New Year. Happy 2023. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful start to your new year. I hope that if you guys have any goals or resolutions that you are able to achieve and accomplish them. But hope you guys had a wonderful time celebrating. But now it is back to being on a normal schedule. You know, kids are going back to school. It's time. So here today in today's video, I will be cleaning, organizing, and decluttering my home, and I feel like that is just such a great way to start off your new year. Like, there's just nothing more than a clutter-free, mess-free home. So today I'll be starting off here in the kitchen, and before I do any organizing or decluttering, I first like to clean my space, because if I go into a drawer trying to organize and declutter it with having a mess, all around me, it's just very, very chaotic, very, very stressful. So before that happens, and to avoid that from happening, I'm just gonna go ahead, do some general cleaning that I do every single day, putting things away, wiping things down. And then after all of that is taken care of, I'm gonna go into some of these drawers that have just been so unorganized, and they just needed some help. I do have 4 kiddos, and over the holidays, they have brought home stuff. They've been, kids just always find things to bring home, and like my water bottle drawer was getting a little bit out of hand. My Tupperware drawer had so many lids, like I even have Tupperware for it. So things like that. It was just time to organize and declutter. You guys, let me know down in the comments, what is one area in your home that you need to organize and declutter to, start off this new year on the right foot. Do you have a cabinet? Do you have a drawer, a closet? I don't know. I feel like in today's video, I've accomplished a lot of random places I needed to organize, like the kitchen cabinets. I went ahead and organized my entryway closet. There was just a lot of coats and shoes that weren't being used, and I went through my kids' dressers finally, because the kids have so many things, so many clothes, but they only reach for a few favorites, so it was time to let go. But this is my under the sink cabinet, and if you know, then my toddler likes to play under the sink, so that's why it looks messy and unorganized all the time, is because he walks in here all the time. But here I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of some extra containers that I wasn't using, some extra bags that I don't use. I have a big trash can, so I buy my bags, so that'll be going to somebody else who does use those little bags. And just some general organizing, because oh my goodness, did it need it. I was storing things here from Christmas and Thanksgiving, and it was just time to put those items back into their place. And I feel like the best thing you can do is just to have a home for each item in your house. That way it just keeps your space nice and organized. But after this cabinet is finished, I'll be moving into my utensil drawer, and I've just noticed over the past couple months that there was a couple of knives that we just haven't been using. So you know what, why hold on to them? Like, they've been around for months and months, probably even years, to be honest. So we're gonna get rid of these 3 knives that I just never navigate to grab when I'm cooking. But here you can see a little pile that I'm already collecting just by decluttering those 2 areas. But I'm just going to be going through every single drawer in my house. I'll be looking at things I haven't used, and sometimes it's so hard to let things go because they're nice things, or maybe somebody gifted them to you, but I just don't want to hold on to any extra stuff. So like, obviously we use our cutting boards and all that, but there was this little small cutting board that we never grabbed because it was too small, and even though it was very nice quality, it was gifted to me, but it's just not being used. So I'm gonna go ahead, set this aside, and this is the process I'm gonna use with decluttering and organizing all of my drawers today. I don't even know how this happens, but I have like a billion lids and only like 5 or 6 Tupperwares. I have no idea where they disappeared to, but I have been, saving those lids in case I find the container to go along with it, but I just haven't. So today's the day. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of all these lids because there's just no point of keeping them around, and honestly, over time things get misplaced and it's just a big mess over here. But now that this section of my kitchen is organized, I'm gonna move to the other side of the kitchen, which holds my pots, my pans, kind of my, I don't know, kitchen appliances if you want to say so. But yeah, there's a lot of crumbs over there from my toaster and I just need to find a better solution. But yeah, this is embarrassing. So if your guys' house looks like mine, don't feel bad. That's just normal life over here. That's why we're doing this today, because it's time. So before putting things back, I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe everything down. And I didn't need to declutter anything in this drawer. This drawer just needed a lot of organizing. So here I just try to keep things very simple. I have like my serving plate that I use for the holidays, so I don't want to get rid of that. My Instapot, my slow cooker, I use all the time. And then I have 4 pots and pans that I use for cooking. I cook 90% of our meals from home, so it's nice to be able to have everything I need to cook. So nothing to declutter here, but just a few things that I needed to go ahead and organize. But here on this side of the island, I have already quite a pile here that I'll be donating, things that I haven't used. And then on this side of the island right here are all the things that were just in my kitchen that weren't in the right place. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the things for donation in this bag, get it ready to go, and then the other things on my island, I'm gonna go ahead and put back to where they belong because they don't belong here in the kitchen. Okay, so here I am in my entryway, and this is my entryway closet, and I don't know if you guys can tell how small this space really is, but it's literally so small. And we are a family of 6. We are a family on the bigger side, so trying to keep this closet organized and minimal can be very hard because, kids need at least 2 pairs of coats, one for school, one for like going out or for church. So that's already 8 coats just for the kids, and that's not including me and my husband. And so here I was just trying to be really intentional about seeing what things they wear, what things they don't wear. And we live in the Pacific Northwest. Right now it is snowing, it is cold outside, so we need snow pants, we need coats, we need boots, we need gloves, you name it. Like, for the place where we live, we need it all. So during the winter time, this space gets a little bit more cluttered than usual because of all the extra things we need to keep ourselves warm outside. Like in the summer and springtime, there's obviously no coats, no snow pants, so it's a lot more minimal up here. But here I'm just going through these bins. These bins are so beautiful, and I spent so much money on them from Home Depot, but they shed. So my entryway is always dirty. There's always little pieces of, I don't know, wicker or wood, whatever that material is, but they are beautiful. But it's just such a shame to spend so much money and have them shed. So if you guys are looking to buy these bins for for everyday use, don't do it. It's gonna cause you a very big mess. But after going through all the shoes, I'm gonna go on to the other side of the closet, and this is where I keep my broom and my vacuum. And this vacuum has got to go. I haven't used it in a hot minute, so I'm just intentionally going through getting rid of things that I don't need. I'm going to finish up here by removing my runner. I'm going to go ahead and throw it into the wash. And I have collected quite a pile here in my entryway, which is awesome. I'm glad to see all of this go away because this is just things that weren't being used, that were just taking up space and causing clutter.
I won't make it without you.
I am making my way into my boys' room, and I feel like the best way for me personally to keep my kids' room clean and organized is just to declutter it on a monthly basis. And sometimes when you talk about decluttering your home, people think, oh, I just gotta do it once and I'm good to go. But the reality is you always need to declutter in order to keep a minimal and clean space. Like, if I don't declutter for a couple months, then it just gets so overwhelming because things pile on. And like I said before, kids bring stuff home, things are gifted, things are bought maybe that you didn't, you thought you needed, but then you realize that you don't. So I feel like this is what I like to do. I just love to declutter because even though I did this literally last month, there was a lot of stuff here that weren't being used, and especially my kids' clothes. So I like to, leave their clothes for, a month or two, see if they reach for them. But here I just noticed that their drawers are filled with clothes to the top, and they only reach for their top favorites, which is like 2 or 3 pairs of shirts and, jeans. So there's really no need to have a billion other shirts if they only reach for their favorites, And some clothes I noticed this month, especially after putting on my toddler, he doesn't like to wear, or whether it's uncomfortable or it's itchy or, whatever the case may be. So here I'm just getting rid of a lot of things, and I want to say I got rid of a good 50% of clothes that he just doesn't want to wear, he wasn't enjoying. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go through this whole dresser, just kind of ask myself, do my kids like to wear this? Do they want to wear that? Do they care for this item? If the answer is no, I'm gonna get rid of it, even though if those clothes are very nice, I'm sure there will be other kiddos that will be enjoying those clothes even though my kids didn't.
A whole lot better. A whole lot better. A whole lot better. A whole lot better. Waist deep, thinking about you all the time like crazy, knowing you're here by my side, and I was doing fine on my own.
So here in my boys' closet is kind of where I collect the stuff I need to donate throughout the month. So, if I'm in my kitchen and I notice this item isn't being used, I'm going to go ahead and put it in my boys' closet. Or, if I notice that I'm not wearing, I don't know, a dress or a shirt, I'm going to go ahead and put it over here. It just makes decluttering so much easier. So this is the big pile that I have already kind of went through my home throughout the month, noticed some toys that the kids weren't playing with, some shoes that my girls grew out of. So, things that aren't working for our family anymore, I'll just go ahead and place it in this closet. And then when I am decluttering, I'll pull everything out, put them in bags and boxes. So I have collected quite a pile here, and I'm just very, very glad to get rid of the stuff. I don't know about you guys, if you've ever decluttered, like that feeling of you taking out boxes and bags out of your home just feels so good, knowing that your home is this much more cleaner and this much more organized. So here, now that everything has been, I've went through everything, sorted everything out, I'm gonna go ahead and vacuum these floors, and then this room is finished. And then I want to go ahead and move into my hallway and living room.
We can do what we like, baby, while we're young.
So here in this hallway, there's not much to do here but to vacuum the floors and then wash the mirror on the wall. This hallway here leads to all of our bedrooms, leads to the bathroom. So this is a very, very high traffic area. And well, if you have little toddlers, then your mirrors are always dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead, tackle this, and then I'll be moving straight into my living room. And you guys, God willing, next video I'll be undecorating for Christmas. I am just so ready to get rid of all the clutter. I just love when you take everything down from Christmas. Everything feels so minimal and it just feels so clean, but sometimes it could lack that coziness after the holidays. So hopefully I can achieve that look, but also I am working on a makeover for this living room, so there's just a lot of things happening behind the scenes. But here in this living room, there's not very much here to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up, and that's it. There's no organizing, there's no decluttering here because it's literally a TV, a couch, and a coffee table. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys get the motivation to get up and organize and clean your home, because I've noticed that when my home is messy, I am just very irritated with my kids. I'm angry. There's just a whole thing going around. But when the home is clean and organized, and you know, even if your kids are acting good, you're still able to hold it together. So I want to wish you guys a very happy start to the new year, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.
Baby, while we're young.